The myth of heroic sacrifice. And we begin. Let's sit back and stay open, no matter the sacrifices, the small changes, the big changes, the good changes, the scary changes. Sit back and relax into it, knowing that there is nothing but love and mercy surrounding us. Most good, satisfying, and beautiful things in my life I didn't plan. They are gifts. We are swimming in a spiritual soup of mercy and grace and love, and it's free. I don't earn my blessings, but I'm given them by something greater and higher and bigger than me. Here's Richard Rohr. It's easy to surrender when you know that nothing but love and mercy is on the other side. Surrender is not so much giving up our will, but more nearly a giving to the moment, the event, the person, and the situation in love. Death and the many little deaths in a lifespan, a normal human lifespan, informs a good life well lived. This is growing a resilient life. Welcome to Shelter and Grace, a sound meditation for growing a resilient life. My marches sound meditation as we march up to Easter through Lent is dedicated to death and how it informs a good life well lived. Pre-COVID-19, remember that, I did death cafes in person. They were important because it gave us a place to talk about loss and the ultimate loss in an honest and a free-form way. But I wanted to lift up a more spiritual offering on the benefits of thinking about and meditating about death and the little deaths in our life as love or lifelong guidance to a better life well lived. Last week I spoke about how the losses in a normal human life help us see what is eternal, those things that don't change, from those things that fall away from us in the little deaths that we all have. We all experience many little practice deaths. They all have the ability to refine us. Those little losses of a job or an identity or a marriage or a loved one or our health are instructive. In the world of form, we are transformed. We can't help it. Death and loss are a universal story. Maybe it's even a love story because it shows us to see the very real path of love. But there are buts here, pitfalls. Today's theme, I wanted to offer an interesting take on caregiving, on self-care and self-sacrifice, self-nurture. It's one of my standard themes because I support caregivers and recovering caregivers, because who that cares isn't a caregiver, really. But in supporting caregivers, I see a lot of self-sacrifice, self-denial, and resentment too. This week, I am inspired again by Richard Rohr's take on the third step from his AA book, Breathing Underwater. It's really a brilliant book, whether you're in a 12-step or whether you're not. Very thoughtful. The third step, of course, is about surrender, turning your will and your willfulness over to a higher power as you understand it, her, him to be. Last week's message is also from Richard Rohr. Here he is. Surrender will always feel like dying. Surrender is not giving up as we tend to think, nearly as much as it is giving to the moment, the event, the person, or the situation. That's good. This week's questions is related. Are my actions motivated by love or a need to control? Here's Richard Rohr again. The ego always prefers an economy of merit and sacrifice to any economy of grace and unearned love, where we have no control. The first one makes us feel heroic, the sacrifice, and worthy. The second one makes us feel vulnerable. You will never turn your will and your life over to any kind of God except a loving and merciful one. Why would you? Good, huh? Last week's meditation ended with the question that we begin today. Can you radically accept being radically accepted for free? No earning of love, no deserving it, just accepting it as a gift. This takes us out of the economy of merit, the economy of transactions, of earning love and judgment of others, and it grounds us into the economy of mercy, of compassion, and of love. But then there's heroic sacrifices, which is tricky. Dedicated people have made it into a form of religion. Here's Richard Rohr again. The most common and, in fact, almost universal substitute for renouncing our will is self-sacrifice. The common way of renouncing the self, while not really renouncing the self at all, is being sacrificial. It looks so generous and loving, and sometimes it is, but usually it is still all about me. Good, huh? You see, there is a love that sincerely seeks the spiritual good of others. And then there is a love that, in seeking superiority, admiration, and control for itself, even and most especially by doing good and heroic things, all codependents are sacrificial. And much love is actually not love at all, but it is the most clever and bogus disguise, unlove, non-love, or even manipulative love. Suicide bombers are sacrificial. Most resentful people are sacrificial. On one or another level, a manipulative mother is sacrificial. The key question for me is it love and balance here in our actions? Or are we motivated, am I motivated by fear and a need to control? It's a good question to ponder. Let's do it now in our meditation. So what is your intention for the next 20 minutes? Your intention for more love, less fear, more self-nurture, less self-sacrifice. And we begin. Sit back. Let love and mercy support you. Let's breathe in a breath together now. Breathe in through the heart. Breathe it in. Gratitude for the soup that we swim in. Let it light you up. And exhale. Exhale all that is not yours to do right now. Another breath of gratitude. Whatever you're grateful for, the beauty of sounds, your friends, a new puppy, the opportunity to grow, a new baby. Breathe that joy in through the heart. Breathe it in. Using your superpowers. This is your meditation. Breath and gratitude and sound. Sound is interesting because it's not noise. It's a vibration. We are vibration, according to the quantum physicists. And by aligning to the beauty of this sound, or the beauty of an image in your brain, in your mind, we align to the higher. It's as simple as that. To gratitude, to beauty, to grace, and above all to mercy. It's a generous universe. Let's allow it in now. Let's take a breath. And exhale. Find yourself drifting away from center. Gather yourself back to the sweet spot. Drop down. Drop down into the kingdom of God, the place of mercy, the seat of grace. I don't earn my blessings, but am given them by something greater and higher and bigger than me. It's free. this place of delight and connection, this place of source energy, this place of divine reset, where we know and hear the voice of Spirit. This place where we remember that we are the gardeners of our lives. We remember this place. This place of delight, where we know that we're connected to our animals and to each other and to the divine. Any place that makes us laugh, it's a good thing. Any place that knows that this is a precious moment. This moment. I'm going to end with a Hafiz poem about union. It's called I Used to Know My Name. I used to know my name. Now I don't. I think a river understands me. For what does it call itself in that blessed moment when it starts emptying into the infinite luminous sea and opening every aspect of self wider than it ever thought possible? Each drop of itself now running to embrace and unite with a million new friends. And you were there in our union with all. Thank you so much for joining me today. Blessings on the next moment, on your afternoon, on all your animals and yourself. Blessings. Thank you for joining me.